such a beautiful love of God, pay our attention to another point here in this story of our messenger Abraham, which is that disbelievers means nothing, means no real existence. So for you as a real lover, as a real believer, you must never ever at all deal with such disbelievers. You must never ever deal with such no real existence. You must deal with the other real lovers to such a beautiful love of God, who are your brothers in the party, such same party of such beautiful love of God and his lovers as well. Another detailed explanation I would like to focus in, I would like to tell you for more properly understanding from such a beautiful love of God, and for also winning more and more happiness. When I was studying management in the Institute of Management, I was studying more definitions of management. And as a matter of fact, one of those definitions, I like one of those definitions. This definition simply said that the successful management in any company is this management which is care all the time about the workers, for making them happy, for guaranteeing the loyalty of those workers, to do all their best for the company, and making the company successful. I like this definition, and the reason behind I liked this definition is I feel that this person who said this definition, I can be so sure that this person is a real religious person who carefully read the message that's sent to him from such his beautiful love of God. He is a real believer. He is a real lover, such his beautiful love of God, and I can be so sure that he is a real lover, such his beautiful love of God, a real believer in such his beautiful love of God as a real existence, and I can be so sure that he carefully read the message and properly understand from the message that the happiness is a proof upon love, because he could properly understood that the happiness is a proof upon love and winning. So, and he could properly understood that who is the first. He could understood from the message that the first who taught to us that who cares about making you happy all the time, of course he really love you, because he's caring about making you happy all the time is an obvious proof upon his real love to you. No one will care about making you happy unless he really loves you. So who is the first who taught to us this properly understanding? It is such a beautiful love of God, who lovely and generously started each one of us with such his love. So where are nowadays from these beautiful definitions of management, and those who follow another policies and another ways of management. Those who are talking, for example, those who are talking about that the best way of management is the best of rewarding and the punishment, while this way or this policy, as after I carefully read the message that's sent to us from such a beautiful love of God and properly understand the whole truth as it has to be, meaning as such a beautiful love of God want us to understand it, I can say honestly that the most failure way of management is this way of punishing and rewarding the people. Because such a beautiful love of God simply explained to us that punishing can never ever at all lead to love. Meaning also, punishing can never ever at all lead to success. It's impossible. So for example, suppose you are working in a place. Suppose I am an owner and you are a worker, and I ordered you to clean the place of work, and I all the time threatening you by punishing you if you will not go into to work, to handle the work. So maybe I will get the workplace clean always. Maybe I can win the workplace clean, but I will lose you. I will lose the human being. So such a beautiful love of God simply explained to us that we must care about the human being. So that's why the policy, so that's why I can be so sure and I can honestly tell all my brothers and sisters all over the world that the most failure policy, the most failure way of management is such this way of punishing and rewarding. While the most successful, the most beautiful and successful way of management, as you can obviously see, it is how to care about the workers, for making them happy, for guaranteeing their loyalty to your company, for doing all their best, for lovely and positively pushing the company to be successful, to be the most beautiful and successful company. That's it. This is the beautiful meaning. This is the beautiful definitions of management. This is the proper understanding. So the most failure, I will say it again and again. The most failure way of management is such this way of punishing and rewarding. Some other people also talking about follow another bad policy or another bad way of management, which is using the groups to pressure upon individuals, pressure or for pressuring upon the others, for making change. Also using the groups for making pressures, for making change. If you'd like to change, you must know that change must be to the best. So you will never ever at all could be able to change to the best by the pressure. Because the pressure is a kind of punishment. If you will pressure on me by a group or by individuals or by whatever any method,